Creative work, obviously, designing, storytelling, innovating, writing original content, that's still something that, that humans are going to be able to do. So examples are kind of, UX design. So hopefully we're in it for a while,
Yeah.
like we have been. We're one of the last to go. Product innovation, brand strategy, that sort of thing. There's going to be more emphasis on strategic work as well. And these again are skills that you want to foster in yourself, in your kids, in your students. Things like business strategy, market positioning, competitive analysis, all things that are going to be more driven by human. And then obviously the more human-centered work. So things that we have that are unique to us: empathy, being able to negotiate, building trust, and ethical reasons. So think of areas like therapy, leadership, teaching, client relationships. And then also there are going to be AI-aware roles. So roles that sort of supervise, train, and manage AI systems. And examples of those would maybe be, almost the AI integrators that we were talking about earlier, AI product leads, AI workflow designers, or, prompt engineers, which are already sort of becoming more and more valuable. And I think there was a quote from Accenture or an estimate that AI could double growth rates in some countries in the next 10 years, which is amazing.
Wow. And I think this brings up a terrifying question that economists and philosophers are starting to whisper about. And that's, what about the people who can't reskill? There's a historian, I'm going to butcher his name, but Yuval Noah Harari. He warned about the rise of the useless class. And so it's a population rendered economically irrelevant by AI. It's a brutal term, but it forces us to ask, if an agent can do your job and can't transition into a creative or strategic role, then what is your value in the economy? This is the uncomfortable multi-trillion-dollar question nobody has an answer for just yet.
That it is. Even when we shift to seeing more actual humanoid robots in the workforce as well, everyone that that is working on production lines or cleaning or sweeping the streets or anything like that, it's immediate effect. I was trying to think, especially in countries where it's obviously a luxury to have someone service your house and do things like that. The question is going to become, well, I'm paying someone X amount per year. What I'm paying them in a year, I could potentially buy a humanoid robot, and that has a 6-year lifespan or a 10-year lifespan. Is it up to us to say, no, we're not going to do that? But then when you do the math, you're like, well, I can have someone that can fetch me a cup of coffee at 1 a.m. That's amazing. Whereas you can't get that with someone that maybe comes in and helps do a bit of cleaning for a few hours a day. So there are going to be some tough decisions.
It gets into the movie, the cartoon WALL-E, where you got all these people just floating around in their little thing, watching TV, eating all the time, and that's all they're doing. They've got the screen in front of them and just floating around and just doing that. I mean, you're going to have a class that is maybe doing a lot of, just nothing. Hopefully we'll get AI not only to help replace the menial tasks. I mean, if you're doing something that is just not satisfying, but then AI allows you to create a life that is a lot more satisfying and doing what you want, hopefully we can leverage it for that as well.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm curious, in video games, cheat codes let you skip months of grinding to unlock special abilities instantly. Have you ever wished for something similar for your software challenges? What if there's a way to instantly access 20 plus years of specialized expertise instead of developing it all internally? What if you could solve in weeks what might otherwise take months or years? Would you agree that most organizations face a steep learning curve when implementing new software solutions? At my company IIIMPACT, we serve as that cheat code for companies looking to transform complex software into intuitive experiences that users love and that drive real business results. Would it be valuable to explore? And how might this work for your specific situation? Visit impact.io for a free strategy session focused on your unique challenges.